What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given here with some more Fairytale Fables. Today we're going to be using Freyja. After tripling a character, the next 2 upgrades of the same level only need 2 copies, only works once for each level. Really interesting hero. Gonna lock onto this Demon's Deal here. I think it's a pretty complicated effect, but can be very, very powerful. So I'm curious. I think I've played her once or twice before, but we'll see what we are able to get up to with her today. Starting with the gold laying goose, and now I will pick up the apprentice owl and then the demon deal. And then I'm probably just gonna go tracking dog. I've been enjoying the early game tracking dog. I think it's probably a little bit better than Elaine, and I don't mind having a pair of the dog as well. Pair of the dog. And yeah, nice little +2/+2, or +1/+1 on the owl rather. I also like picking up the goose early, so I think that this is a pretty solid start to the game. I don't see us losing any additional health. Even though we're not that strong, we are, I think, just going to be strong enough, which is all that matters. Here's the pair. And then from here, we do have enough characters that I think we could just pick up Bluebell because of that Demon's Deal. And that's probably the next strongest thing. We could also buy the young parrot, bench the apprentice owl or something. I do like the young parrot. I do think it's a good thing to triple. Huh. That's interesting. Are we just like strong enough? Maybe not. No, let's just take Bluebell and continue to be at this level strong. Actually, with double dog, we probably are strong enough here, right? 2 attacks for 3 should be enough to at least tie with anyone. But we are like pretty weak compared to some of these others, but there we got a tie without using our attacks, which means I'm maybe too powerful. So there you have it. Could sell off the goose here by Snow White plus short sword. Only other option really is the young Kappa plus the shield page, or potentially plus black sheep. I suppose that's just about the same, but I do like the combo of Kappa and shield page. There's a little bit of awkwardness in that I want the apprentice owl to die, but I think allowing this to allow me to save my young Kappa is a pretty good strategy. I don't have the music on. I'll just use my No Lux Given backing track. Haven't used that too much super recently, and I'm not like a huge fan of the Storybook Brawl music. I don't think it's super important that we rock that. Young Kappa gets the double buff, and we also get a losing tie, which is absolutely fantastic. Plowman with the shield page is good, but it is awkward in that we are then not using the shield page to pump up the Kappa, but the Kappa's a 4/8 now, so maybe the Kappa can just do its own thing. And then we're either rolling, buying something mediocre. Yeah, I think I'm just rolling here. Let's grab the Plowman, let's roll, and then we actually find the ability to pick up a second young Kappa. That's really interesting. So now I'm looking at like selling Bluebell, picking up young Kappa 2. Could also drain and buy a few things. You know what? I like that. And I'll grab a Hansel as well. I think that draining, or whatever that spell is called, is really good with Freyja, because she's actually pretty good if you stay low leveled, and then she gets to have more chances at finding relevant low level things. I'm gonna close my door. The phone's ringing in the background. Young Kappa. Okay, yeah. This is where things could be really, really big for me. Young Kappa triple. I think we're going to be able to hat ball this game or something. Yeah, let's try to hat ball, because this is going to now be a triple as well. Baby Mimic, Broker's Brooch is interesting. But I feel like the Simple Dagger just opens up more interesting possibilities here. Now we do this, and I suppose I will just go Fishing Rod. I probably should have tried to pick up Mycroft as well, because I have double dog. Yeah, I could have even locked there for it. Sorry, with having to close the door, I feel like I was a little bit potentially distracted there for this round, but what can you do? What can you do? Plowman's still going to be enough to get us a losing tie. So we're doing pretty good for ourselves. What did we get here? Did this not slay? What does this do? An exact copy of the slain enemy, 1 gold cheaper. I don't see anything slain 1 gold cheaper here. So I think that we still have this, which means now it's got 2 fishing rods. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. That's actually really interesting and fun. I do think we pick up a triple of this, because then we'll just immediately triple the dogs as well. Well, I could also buy a pair of Snow Whites. Now let me just grab this, even though we might just sell through it. And then I could make another Plowman. That's actually pretty cool, to have just a second Plowman. I don't think I've ever done that. And that could allow me to do some fun stuff. So this sells for 3, which means then I can buy both of the Plowmen. And that gives me Baby Mimic. That's going to be a Baby Mimic, because we are now no longer looking for Hat Ball. Could have tried to cast this anyways, but I'm going to give up on the Apprentice Owl. Wow. Okay, we still don't slay, so we could potentially like triple slay with the Fishing Rod, which isn't what I was initially aiming for, but it just opens up a really, really unique possibility if we find ourselves in the possession of another Fishing Rod. Another Plowman. So what I really want to do with these Plowmen is give them Preserve, but I don't think that's coming just yet. But that's definitely something to keep an eye on, especially items that can preserve. I don't hate Detective Apprentice this early, but I am recognizing that this is actually 4.1 for the rest of the lobby. So it's partially why I'm not super excited. New you, we could just make a random 5. I think that's a good use of my gold for the rest of the turn. Let's do it. Random 5 is going to be this demon. Your demons have +2/+2 for each evil character on your starting board. Does he pump himself? He does. So it's pretty strong, definitely worth playing. Worth playing for? I think so. We'll throw these things on the board. I'm like somewhat tempted to just get young Kappa surrounded by 2 different things. But let's just play this and hope that Pirate Gunner is finally able to pay out. That puts us decent progress into a treasure. I'd love to slay against this. No, it fails the slay yet again. Absolutely hilarious. But we will eventually, I love when the attacks go on a Plowman. We will eventually have this payout. So I'm still not super scared here. I'd love to find another new you or another Fishing Rod. Okay, Book Mages now really start to be interesting too. Specifically because they can pump Plowmans. So I think this turn is going to be a double Book Mage buy. and just a little bit of fairy dust on one of these plowmans as well. And I suppose I'll put the stats on my level 6 card. Interesting game. I think that we're like reasonably powerful, but I'm not looking to make use of Freyja on this level. I'm mostly looking to make use of Freyja as a, once we get to level 5, because Freyja, I believe, is insane on 5 because you can triple a Narcissus, aka double a Narcissus, and then everything else becomes a Narcissus as well. And I feel like that's a pretty good idea. I'm not sure if that makes me sound like a Narcissus, but yeah, okay. I guess I could have turned on my camera. I just kind of didn't really think about it. I wasn't actually sure if I was going to provide commentary for this game, but I figured I would at least start providing commentary, and then if something came up, I would just stop. But the game's going swimmingly for us to start with, other than this thing never being able to slay. But playing up against a cat comp here is beautiful for the plowman. These are going to be big plowmen. That's why we played the monster books alongside the plowman as well. Young Kappa gets the full bonus, as do the plowmen, and we get a nice victory from that combat. That is fantastic for us. I don't know if we want a baby mimic on a tier 4 treasure, so that's a reason to not triple the book mage just yet. But I think I might just go for it. Could buy like a like there's some cool treasures that increase the level of your treasures. I think that those could be really good to have a baby mimic on. Characters have +4. No, I think this one's a skip. Casting 2 random combat spells is interesting. We could throw the owl back in now that we've got the book. But I think this one's just a skip. I will throw the owl back in, though. And this is really good. No, it's not. This doesn't help you preserve at all. I thought this helped preserve. That's interesting. If we can get the Pirate Gunner to slay here, then we can throw in the Chameleon to grab a 6. I don't hate that. And then can we find one more fishing rod? Not quite. Yeah, it just gives item stats as food stats. That's not super interesting. I suppose we can... Yeah, I should have just... I didn't want to sell the goose. I didn't want to break up the pair, but I think it was probably just right to do. And on the off chance that we can triple a Chameleon, I think that that could still be really strong for us at this stage of the game. We're going to grab 2 copies of Alpha Tanuki for 3, which isn't super impressive, but it is a tier 4 treasure, so I am going to go for it. That's a kill onto Hockey Bag there. Apologies, Hockey Bag. But yeah, might as well pick up a Tanuki triple. It's a monster, and then we could Sea Witch it. Honestly, I kind of like this. Oh, and then here's the new fishing rod. Right as we are done with that one, but let's triple Tanuki. This gives me a treasure related, yeah, like one of your future treasures. So that makes 2 treasures. But this is not repeatable, right? This is heavy. Yeah, that's lame. That should be repeatable. I think that the Blackbeard's Cursed Spyglass is just okay. I'm gonna skip again. We're now done with Pirate Gunner. I do want to get Sea Witch in here. I think I'm actually just gonna do this. I don't think the Plowmen need the shield page at this point. And I would like to triple the Chameleon, I think. You have to buy Narcissus on this hero. So, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I don't like losing the support here, but we, I think, have to hit 6. I think there's 2 things that give you preservation, but the main one is a level 6 card. So potentially should have bought some XP along the way. But I think that this is fine, all things considered. And the dagger, or whatever this treasure's called, I think it's a dagger, right? Yeah, simple dagger, pretty good on the Tanuki, gonna give us 100% chance to slay. The plowman fallen off a little bit, which is awkward because now they're gonna be significantly smaller this turn. Yeah, that is not great. We might have to move out of the plowman, which would be kind of a bummer, but maybe there's still a way to salvage it yet. Everything got a lot of stats there from this. Yeah, all of my monsters got +8 attack. That's a lot. Gain 1 XP but start next round with no mana. I think that's beautiful right now. Oh, give your characters preserve 20%. So this is actually what I need in order to make the plowman work. Let's sell out of Pirate Gunner. Buy the Haymaker, buy the Mana Asceticism, see if we can't find another Haymaker. Oh wow, a Sea Witch looking to triple up too. It's pretty big. Not sure exactly what I cut. I mean, I probably cut the High Demon. Not super interested in that at this point. And then just finish off with Study in Scarlet. I don't know if completing I think completing this quest will immediately allow me to triple the Sea Witches as well. So I think I should buy this, actually. Maybe I should give up on the Chameleon because I've got enough other routes currently going. Sell off Chameleon, Gold Laying Goose. And the Apprentice Owl. Oh, okay. That's fine. I guess I could have kept the owl. But let's just try to slay with the Kleck this turn. This might be a little weak on the current board, but I want to try it. It might be a little bit too late because I just failed on the last turn. No, it looks like it's doing okay for me. Okay, those did not survive, but I don't think it matters here. We are still able to get a... Oh no, we actually do get a defeat there because we're not able to take that out. All right, that's awkward. Your boosters in the back row if you have at most 2 characters of the same level. All of this is kind of bad. We could maybe play into it. Oh, here's the farmer. Oh, this is not boost. This gives everything +3/+3 food stats. Well, we're definitely in food. Yeah, we gotta do food stuff. This is a skip, unfortunately. But that didn't triple the Sea Witches. That's annoying. And if I could put this on the herding dog, we actually get a ton of stats from that too. Alright, I think I just have to play enough stats that I don't die, but that I've got a lot of good options here. I have to sell 6 things in order to pick up the Fire Rune. That seems a little bit awkward. That would be selling off my entire hand, where I kind of want to do the Hearty Stew. But maybe I should just sell off my entire hand, give the dog the Fire Rune. I think I have to put them in this order. Yes, I do. Okay, so the order is really important there. Is Kleck better than everything else? I think so. Let's put the Fire Rune on the dog. My health is really low. Oh, shoot. Okay, that's awkward. I forgot that I did not have any mana this turn, so I just wasted a bunch of my gold. But the dog's really good there. The dog giving everything a whole bunch of food stats. Oh, but it might not be good enough. No, it's not going to be good enough. I lose. Okay, that was a huge mistake at the end, and that's my fault. I think we did some cool stuff this game, so I think I will still put this video out, but definitely a little bit conflicted on some different routes that we could go. And I think I didn't play into my hero power as much as I could have. Obviously, I skipped too many treasures and paid the price as well. I had some other things that didn't really pay off super strong, but ultimately I think I was just in between too many different ideas and I couldn't settle on one. And that is kind of, to some extent, where I like to be in Storybook Brawl, is like, or Fairytale Fables, is exploring a lot of different ideas at the same times, and then seeing which of those ideas are able to pay off. I think that that is a good strategy. I just think that we weren't strong enough and cut too much of our power. And the fact that we weren't able to pick up the Fire Rune, like, I do believe the Fire Rune probably saves us and allows us to combo off, but unfortunately without that, we just didn't hit enough of a power spike on that turn. So that's where we are. Interesting opportunity here for a Freyja run back, and my previous video was kind of short, so let's do it to it. Let's play another game with Freyja, and even if this one also goes poorly, then together, the totality of them will be good. I suppose I will pick up this turn. No, I want to buy this pair of Smiling Sprout. So, and Smiling Sprout is also a good turn one pickup. So then I will pick up the second one, pick up the short sword, freshen up, and try to find a third one. If we, like, just hitting a pair on 2.0, I think is really good with Freyja and could definitely be a nice little power spike. But I also like I just like Smiling Sprouts. I just think this is a really solid card, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite cards to pick up early recently. That's a little bit annoying, but we will be able to tie it. They just had oranges or something to hold it down. Not a huge deal, and there's the triple, and that's a pretty fantastic start to a game. So now we get to pick up the triple, and then I will probably pick up, I don't think I'm going to go for the Cat Angel. I think I will just take the Talking Frog here as my second character, but there's a lot of interesting opportunity in terms of what treasures we might be able to find as well. Next turn is going to be the last turn on level 2, so it's not like we've got it's not like we're going to go crazy with it. Taking a damage there, a little bit unfortunate because we lost a 50-50 on one of those attacks. Might be interested in Small Imp. An additional character I think is good, but Cobbled Crossroads I actually think is insane. These are some of the best tier 2 treasures. But Cobbled Crossroads I think is quite good. And then I do think I'm interested in just taking the best card. I'm slightly interested in selling off Short Sword to roll while I'm still level 2. I do have a 4-8 already. I think this will make it so that I'm not really in any danger of losing, and the free roll should be enough to help me complete some more treasures for the Freyja ability there, for level 2 cards. Ooh, that's a nasty owl, but a really, really good RNG for me there. Gets me a winning tie. And now I've got another cat. There's also like New You plus interesting stuff. I think I like Plowman. It didn't work for me in the last game, but I think it could work for me ultimately. And I do think I'll take the cat just in case I roll into a shop that is all level 3s. I think that's just like something I don't really want to risk. And I do think I'll lock onto a second cat. It's not super exciting, but a tier 2 treasure is a tier 2 treasure. And then I probably won't pick up Young Fluff Fluff, but it is early enough that I could see taking it and being happy with it. I could also grab the shield page and like in a lane, or just shield page plus the young fluff. I think I might like that. Shield page is really good with the plowman. Just giving it a little bit of extra survivability can go a long way. We already learned questing units do not work. Let's see what our treasure is first. We know we're picking that one up. After 3 rounds, choose a level 3 treasure. I don't hate that. I also don't hate Bling Ring. Why did I call this Bling Ring? It's called Ice Ring. I don't hate Ice Ring. You know why I called it Bling? Because Blizzard starts with bleh. Yeah, let's try to make Ice Ring work. That's kind of a wacky one, but kind of fun at the same time. And then the question, I think it's just going to be shield page and roll. And it's going to be a shield page triple completion. I like the chameleon, but it kind of dies. I do like the pair of plowmans. Alright, we're locking here. Hey, I'm locking here. And I'm picking up a second plowman, because the earlier we get the plowman in, the easier it's going to be to make use of it. And the second shield page will be my final level 2 character for Freyja's ability. There's an interesting incentive with Freyja on the chameleon to like triple something else and then just use the chameleon. Crossroads also pretty good as far as tier 2 treasures go. I think we're finding good ones. I do think that I'm interested in the tree that takes a pump really well. Chameleon's just so bad on this actual board right now that I'm not super interested in it, though I could just like pair it with the Knight's Oath, and that's fine. Or I could pair it with the shield page, and then it also survives. I also don't care if it dies on the current board. We do something like this. That makes the chameleon buff a little bit more likely to stick around. I do think we're going to wind up keeping it, though. Yeah, the short sword's actually pretty good everywhere. Could have even put it on my... what's this card called again? Shield page, that's right. Try My Net just barely survives there, but everything else hanging on with a bunch of stats. Unfortunately, we are going to slay with the chameleon. That gives me a tier 4 character, but honestly, on a hero that cares about tripling and treasures, it's not horrible to just use a character like this. I think I'm just going to do it like this. It still steals the attack, even though it would make shield page go down to negatives. So that's not bad. Alpha Tanuki on the 4.0 is pretty good. That's something that we kind of messed around with in the previous game. Oh, I don't think I'm losing a fight. Yeah, I am not losing a fight. Let's get drained here. Let's play this. And interestingly, they made it so that the cat doesn't work if you have drained yourself. I like the wolf. I also kind of like Worthy Sacrifice. Just power level to 5.0. I know I'm going to be level 5 in 2 turns anyways. But it's kind of good to like skip levels. I took really good advantage of level 2. If I can just skip and then take really good advantage of levels 5 and 6, I do think that is a pretty good way to use the hero power. Oh, shield page now dies from the blizzard. Didn't think of that, but we are still going to get the win, so we keep our unstable growth. That is fantastic. And maybe it's shield page's time to go, considering it just dies to the blizzard ring, huh? Do I throw in the Try My Net if that's the case? Or do I just do this, roll, and then figure something else out. Horse Thief is interesting because it's a pair, which is good. These are not royals, they're neutral farmers. Don't think I'm super interested in just buying the sword. I don't think it's useful to have multiple Horse Thieves stealing from each other. So maybe I'll just start to steal from the Plowmans. Yeah, I think we're kind of moving out of Plowman territory. So let's maybe start stealing from the Plowmans. I don't really want to steal from the Smiling Sprout. But I think that's the route we gotta go here. It doesn't really make sense to steal from the Tanuki since we want that thing to slay. And I'm almost into just going for another unstable growth. I doubt that's gonna win because we've spent so much energy on, or so much coin on XP at this point that we're probably falling behind a little bit. And if these Plowmans don't make it, though, up against cats and a Bling Ring trigger to kill a bunch of cats is really good. But yeah, the Plowmans basically died there immediately, which means we're not going to get enough stats out of them this turn. Now the Plowmans are really falling off, but we can just kind of pivot with them. Putting the Horsies next to each other is kind of awkward territory, but you know what? Succubus can survive with just one. That's totally fine. And then we throw this here. Okay. This is all a pretty solid turn so far. I'd love to triple the horse, I think. Oh, it's going to give me Plowman. That's interesting. Plowman, and then what? I'm taking the sheep. Nothing super impressive here, but a Plowman triple is good. I guess what's interesting is, yeah, we can steal all the permanent stats from this thing, but it's still going to be okay with the food stats. I think a treasure's good value here. The only other play is like roll for Narcissus, pick up Sir Galahad, that could also be fine. Maybe picking up Sir Galahad is just enough more stats. And I don't really care about the tier 3 treasure. I mean, I do. But if I pick up more stats, that's going to allow me to get wilder next turn. So I do think that's a good idea. I'm not really crazy about the Tanuki, but it's fine. We're really building into the horses right now. And just building for like solid stats across the board. Yeah, that second Blizzard, not super great for my opponent, and we'll make those Owls trade off there. Pretty decisive win and a kill onto Tage Tosa there. Now we can triple up on the Horse Thief, plus we can give it a Vampire Dagger. I do think tripling the Horse Thief is good because it means that we won't have to, like, sap a bunch of different cards. I'll start here. That's fine. Next turn, I'm going to be level 6. Ooh, Pirate Map I think is a pretty good pickup, and we can move out of the Bling Ring at this point. This card's just called Bling Ring now, by the way. And Narcissus remains one of the most powerful things you could do on this character. I don't know if the High Demon really does much of anything. I mean, it's cute that it's a pair and it's a 5. That would give me a level 7 treasure. I think I have to take a pair of level 5s. So at this point, we're just sapping from the Smiling Sprout and playing a pair of High Demons. Yeah, I don't want to give Succubus down to no power. And I don't love that I'm sapping Sir Galahad, but it's fine. Let's just pick up some High Demons. That's going to mean selling out of all of these. And turn an evil character good. No, so I could, if this was the opposite, turn a good character evil, then I might be able to do something fun with it, but No dice. We'll just pick up a pair of 5s here. That's always pretty good. Even if it pumps the succubus, which is like irrelevant, I guess that's a little bit awkward. But the rest of our board is just a ton of stats right now, so that's fantastic. We're going to smack for 10. And now I will even pick up a 3rd high demon and just get that triple going like that. Don't like any of these things so far. Give your dogs +3/+2 food stats for each position I am away from the previous fight. Don't love it. New You, I think, is a little bit overcosted here on the Galahad. I don't think that's super important. All right, I probably just grab a tier 7 treasure here and then see where that takes me, huh? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Alright, and my tier 7 options are your characters have +25, +15. Your shop characters are upgraded and cost 1 gold less. Whenever you cast a spell on a character, also cast that spell on your other characters 1 more time. Pretty funky treasure, the Spell Reflector. I think Fairytale is going to be the route, though. And then maybe I pick up, like, Pirate Monkey. Actually, I don't pick up anything here. I just roll, right? No, I pick up something small to fill out my team. Actually, I think I probably just pick up Young Monkey or Pirate Monkey, and then I start rolling and see if we have any other comp come together here. Sherlock Holmes plus Van Helsing is the start. I also did not realize that this would make the card so cheap. I thought upgraded and cost 1 less meant that, like, this would cost 11. This would cost 7. So I definitely should have just rolled. That was a mistake. It means that now I can't just buy Sherlock Holmes or Van Helsing this turn. But nothing I can really do about it here. That's fine. I'm not going to lock on a Sherlock Holmes plus Van Helsing either. I think there's much more powerful comps than that. And we should be able to find them with Crossroads, Cobbled Roads, and Fairytale. We've got really strong shops right now. We are on a full shop trio of treasures right now. And the Dark Twig is basically what I was looking to pivot into. I don't want to sap the twig. That's funny. I could probably just do this though still. Have the horse keep eating. I think that's fine. Wow, another twig immediately is kind of insane. I do think this is the strongest comp, more or less, in the game. I don't know. I'm sure there's other better ones. This is just a really strong comp that I know about. But I'm not sure. I think it's really good. So I struggle to see what could be better than it immediately. I don't mind replacing Freyja, but I don't want to waste the gold locking here. So let's move forward with this. Pirate Monkey not doing anything for me actually, so let's get that out. And we are still relatively weak right now. Well, that's not really fair to say, right? Why does this have a bunch of bonus attack? Oh, it's from Galahad. Okay. I was like, I do not have the simple dagger this game. That was earlier, which I played that game, I don't know, multiple hours ago. Probably like 12 hours ago at this point. So, and this is just the first game I played after that, loaded up. I was going to play one game before bed, and I saw Freyja again, and I said, you know what? Let's make a frickin' Freyja video, why don't we? Alright, horse takes out Hermes. Succubus goes down, though, which is a bit of a bummer. And, okay, I was right. We are lacking a little bit of power right now. We're going to get our first defeat in some time. You know, all these upgraded good boys could actually be pretty solid, too. But I want to get the Shadow Train a-rollin'. We can't just buy and sell golden chickens for free. We can buy the cat and make a profit, the angel cat, but we make a profit in this might be good to use this now. So give all of these things stealth. That's pretty interesting. Oh, we want to give the monkey stealth. Why does this not work? I'm sure this is supposed to work. I don't know why it's not working though. But whatever. Let's keep rolling because I want to get some more shadows on the board ASAP. And another twig is pretty insane. So what I thought was supposed to happen here is this gates stealth. And then because it's getting stealth, I thought it was supposed to pump up everything else. Give 6% of my, or 67% of my stats gained this fight to your other characters for the fight. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, there's very few ways that we lose at this point, so let's just gain a little bit of health, I think. I think that's actually really good. Because I had somebody do this against me. Oh, did it work? I don't think it worked. No, the monkey gained a bunch of stats, but he did not give those stats back. So how do you get the monkey stats on other things? I know it's a thing, but I'm not sure how to do it. Do I just grab every healing potion? Yeah, I think it could be useful. Like I said, there's very few ways that I actually lose from here. Does another Oblivion Seeker actually do anything? I'm not sure. I know we want the big cat thing. I don't know if it's a cat. I'm up against the ghost. Oh wow, another dark twig. Yeah, I suppose we'll take that then. So I know it's a level 6 card. Slightly interested in locking into Circe's Cup, honestly. I would change my hero here. Do I want to gain 3 more HP? I don't think so. I don't think that's quite worth it. And how do we get these monkey stats? So here's the question. Does this work? No. Is there any other way? Why does this not gain a bunch of stats? Oops. Let's play around with these entrance effects here right now. Why is this not pumping them? Oh, I see. No, that doesn't seem to be working either. Alright, well, I'm up against the ghost, so I'm going to try to... Because I don't know why this isn't working. But some other weird things were happening. No, this... So I'm not sure if cards go left to right, like if entrance effects work in the order that they're printed or what. But that would make sense, but it seemed like this never got stealth. I don't know why this has to be in exactly this spot to do anything. That doesn't seem like it's what the card says, but it's fine. 1 health for 1 gold I do think is probably worth it, though. Let's see where this player is at. They're on Slay. Yeah, just like a little bit more opportunity to outscale, I think could go a long way. I don't want that just yet. It feels like these should work. What am I missing? What am I missing here? I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, now I think I'm basically full build, other than like swapping this monkey for a better monkey. And I guess throwing in more arcane runes. Yeah, I'll lock onto another arcane rune. You know, one other thing I could do here is just switch these monkeys into brave little tailors. They would still have stealth, so they wouldn't be immediately attacked into by Hercules. Let's try getting one of these things in, though. And I might even just pick up the other one next turn if this monkey continues to not work. So does the monkey go crazy and pump everything again? Does not, and unfortunately the brave little tailor got attacked into first. But we are able to take out their Jormungand, and with that they don't have anything left. We just have to attack into this tailor eventually, and we do, so we get the win. And I think we'll probably get a victory. No tracker in this game, but I think we are pretty favored in these fights. And let's make this entrance trigger an additional time. Let's freshen up. And another Dark Twig. I don't think a Dark Twig is worth it over basically anything at this point, right? That's kind of weird to say. But I don't want to cut the Oblivion, just because if I cut the Oblivion, then these are tiny and they immediately get targeted. I could backline the tailors, but I'm not going to worry about it. And I think that's all she wrote. I think this should be a pretty commanding victory here. This is just +2/+2, but why is it giving... Oh, because it pumps itself more than it pumps everything else. That's right, it gives 80% of the buff to everything else, but it mostly pumps itself. Alrighty. Yeah, they are going to be able to take out one of my cards, but it's not even one of my tailors. Looks like this is indeed a live opponent. And this woman in the moon is actually a little bit scary. I think I lose this fight. Yeah, this is awkward. I'm losing this one. All three of my cards are going to trade into this woman. Then I take some damage from the back row. I take 10 down to 8, which kind of does imply I want to do this. I don't know why this thing just doesn't work. Unyielding. Yeah, unyielding's actually pretty nice. Oh, I could also throw in a Fire Mage, and that's pretty decent scam. You gotta think Fire Mage comes in with an additional 140. I could take out 2 of the cards in their back line. It probably... And I'm probably never attacking this either, though it does have unyielding, so maybe I am. Is that worth it? Yeah, I think that that's worth 5 gold. To add a little bit more scam to the board. And then I'd like to... That's cute, but... Wait, is that what you need for the monkey to go crazy? I gotta try this. Maybe this works, huh? It does. This is what the monkey needs. It needs Shadow Orb. So for some reason, Oblivion Seeker does not work with the monkey. That's good enough. I don't even have to play Oblivion Seeker. I can just play Monkey. Order seems to matter for some reason. Oh, I want the monkey last. I want the monkey last now. Okay, okay. I think we've done it. I think we can even potentially survive Hermes. So first we pump the monkey a bunch. It does, the order does matter. That's really interesting. We don't survive Hermes, but everything else is going to be way bigger than their entire team, which means they're not getting through this front line here, which means I probably did not even need the Tailor. I maybe could have put in Oblivion Seeker, but either way, that is how you Pirate Monkey. I'm still not totally sure why Oblivion Seeker works some of the time, but not all of the time. But for today, that's my time. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.